Bolivia is a landlocked country situated in the heart of Latin America. After 50 years of mainly military rule and heavy government intervention, Bolivia returned to civilian rule to face the most severe hyperinflation in recent world history. At its peak in 1985, inflation reached 26,000% per year.
The city was teeming with poor people from the countryside who had lost their jobs, and the country was in economic shock.
When Ronald McLean Abaroa, a young entrepreneur and former Minister of Planning, was invited to run for the mayoralty of the capital city, La Paz, he was initially reluctant. However, he took on the assignment and was elected as mayor.
I was really shocked. And I seriously thought, and my friends told me that I should quit and I should resign to this position because there was no way I could accomplishing what I had offered during my campaign to the citizens of La Paz.
McLean discovered that the city was bankrupt. There were not enough funds in the treasury to meet the next payroll for the city's employees. Looking at the figures over and over again, he came to the conclusion that the only way was to reduce the city's workforce of 5,700. McLean's bold initiative worked. Impressed with the mayor's vision and plan for reform, the World Bank stepped in with an offer to finance the reform plan. McLean used a $500,000 World Bank planning grant to assemble an international all-star team of planners. But soon he noticed that something more profound than an administrative overhaul was needed. McLean remembered his lectures at Harvard from Professor Robert Klitgaard and decided to call on his mentor and friend to ask for his help. Upon finishing their analysis, Klitgaard and McLean saw a frustrating picture. McLean managed to build a strong coalition with key players of the national government.
In any reform, you have to find your allies and cultivate them, and identify your opponents and neutralize them. The important possible allies were the president of the country, who was from another political party, but it is the capital city. So they had to make a deal where the mayor said, in effect, I won't run over you politically if you won't run over me. Let's make the city succeed.
McLean was able to maintain the support of a majority of the public after the fresh start of becoming La Paz's first democratically elected mayor. The reform initiatives in La Paz started more than 20 years ago. The reforms of the McLean administration closed opportunities for corruption in City Hall, and what remained was an isolated phenomenon.
But it's a collective learning process. It not only the municipal employees had to learn and defend their institution, but also the voters, the citizens, really reacted against corruption.
Although the La Paz case describes reform initiatives from the recent past, its lessons are still highly relevant for cities now planning a better future.
When you look at a case study from some other place, to look at how another person defined the problem they had, set out to solve the problem, and look at the results they got, and then ask, what lessons can I take about that for my problem, and what I'm doing, and what results I'm getting? It's that process of inspiration that the study of any example like this is supposed to kindle.